It's Trump without Trump. You won't have to listen to his voice or see his face. This quote is unedited and 100% accurate. Wow. What a view. This is the door to the ballroom. It's an unusual time to look, but I figured we might as well do it. If the fake news would like to go back and take a look, you can, but you'll see a very big foundation that's moving. We're ahead of schedule in the ballroom and under budget.
I think that just helps to put into context how utterly wild it was that he stopped a meeting where he was just being praised anyway to then go and praise a building that doesn't exist yet. We live in weird times. But here's the thing that maybe makes it a little bit better. There's a small chance that it doesn't actually get built. And not just because the budget is rapidly ballooning from the initial price tag of $100 million that you can see announced here early last year to now over $400 million as he talks about being ahead of schedule and under budget. They've already quadrupled the budget. No, the bigger news is that he might be blocked from building it at all, at least fingers crossed. Because a federal judge just yesterday questioned whether the Trump administration is legally allowed to build the ballroom, asking DOJ lawyers to cite a law that gives him the power to do so. This is Judge Richard Leon, an appointee of George W. Bush, so obviously a commie, says, where do you see the authority for the president to tear down the East Wing and build something in its place? Leon also repeatedly pressed DOJ lawyers to explain how Trump had the authority to rapidly demolish the entire East Wing. He mocked the administration's comparison of the project to a swimming pool built back in 1975 by then President Gerald Ford that was funded by private donations. I guess that's the closest historic parallel they can find to what's happening with the ballroom. And DOJ lawyers argued that Congress had authorized the White House to pursue changes to its campus by setting aside several $1 million in funding and allowing the Interior Department to solicit gifts for national parks. Leon said that the congressional authorization was narrow and limited to matters such as the White House maintenance. So he didn't seem to be buying that. And Leon said that he didn't plan to rule on this in January, but could issue a decision in February. The White House said that it plans to begin above ground construction of the ballroom in April, assuming that it doesn't get blocked. And look, something will need to be built there eventually, I guess, now that he destroyed the entire thing, which there should be consequences for. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's gonna be that. But at the very least, if he does, like, I'm not saying they'll block it forever, but if they block it for an extra 6 months, an extra year, there's a very real chance that Donald Trump never steps foot in that room. And that is, and you call me petty if you want, that is the thing I want most in this world, is for him to never, ever get to go in that stupid ass ballroom. Brett, what do you think?
It's just insane. Like, what a vanity project, right? Like, and for it not to work out, this is the thing he's supposed to be good at, is real estate development and building things. He's supposed to know the ins and outs. He's supposed to make it happen, Captain, but he can't. But that's not the most ridiculous thing about it. The most ridiculous thing about it in that video is, what's his name? JD Vance's face. When you see it, like, look at, this is the face that he makes. Oh God, so good story. Look out the window.
This is
the window's
great.
So pretty window. Like that, it's just so sad. This is America. You should have like a cabinet of rivals or whatever it's called. Instead, you got a bunch of yes men flanking you, people that are undeniably smarter than you, sitting around. And they're just like, I don't know, Marco Rubio dying inside every time and then being like, no, President Trump's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Like,
because they
it's
have
depressing. I hope he never sets foot in that ballroom. I hope it never gets built. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. The only thing I want to amend to what you said is he is surrounded by people who are smarter than him. Not that smart, but smarter than him, is how I would put it.